Hello, my name is Chen Jiawei and I'm from International Business and I'm at my fourth year, which is the last year of my college, and I'm going to share about one of my presentation, and I got a 95 from my professor, which is you, so it means that you think that I did a great job on this one, so I try to introduce it. I'm going to introduce one of my favorite restaurant, which is Woosa, and it's called Woosa, and it is one of the Japanese restaurant. It serves great meals and delicious pancakes. I like those pancakes. They have different flavors. For example, they have chocolate, vanilla, and all kinds of flavors. So I like them, all of them. And I went to 3 of the USA stores in Taipei, and there are 5 of them in Taipei. And I think one of them did not reach my expectation, which the reason is that their food that they serve is not that hot, and the pancake is not that good. And there are 5 of those stores in Taipei, and which will be one of it in the Taipei Main Station, and 2 of them in the Xinyi district, and one of them in the Banqiao, and one of them in Xingdian. And 4 of them got a really good points, which is about 4.2 in Google Map, and only one of them got a 3.9, which is the Xingdian stores. And that is what we are going to find out. So I'm going to talk about why I'm using Google Map as one of the things to choose my restaurant, because when we are trying to find a restaurant, whether it is good or not, me and my friend or my girlfriend will try to look up for the Google Map, because it will give the stars for the restaurant, and there are many people who can fill in their comments with the store which they like it or not. And I think this project we try to use Google comment to do a project and tell us which store is good and which stores is bad, and we need to choose one of the store. For example, I choose USA and someone might choose Starbucks, and there are lots of relative stores in this brand, but however some of the stores get a really low points, and I'm going to find out why. So catch up with which I have just said, there are 1 store get a lower score on their Google Map, which is the Xingdian store, and I will show you on the map. Okay, we can find out that there's 5 USA stores in Taiwan, which is Banqiao, and it get a 4.2, which is really good. And 2 of them in Xinyi, and as I have figured out, they get also about 4.3, 4.2 points, and that's really good. And for the Jingzhan, for the Taipei Main Station store, they got 4.3. It's really good too, and that's also the one of the store that I go. That I often go because it's convenient for me. And now we are going to talk about this store in Xingdian, and just which I have mentioned, they got only a 3.9 on their stars, and there are plenty of reasons why they got such a low score. So in my own opinion, I went to the store in Xinyi and Taipei Main Station, and I think they serve one of the best pancakes all around Taiwan, and that is one of the reasons why they can get such a high score, because they serve great food, obviously. And lots of restaurants in Taipei will give up gifts or snacks to exchange for good comments on Google, but that is not the case for Woosa. They only serve good food, and they do not want people to give the stars not by their willingness. And the comment for that is why the comment for Google for Woosa will be a true feeling of the customers. Pancake is the main snack that's served, but I think they did well on all those meals too. For their for example, I like the garlic with chicken, and it's really good. And as of for the drinks, I drank the cocoa last time, and I think that one is also one of the best in Taipei. And let's conclude some pros and cons of the restaurant, of this restaurant. The pros of this restaurant is that they serve great food, and the pancake is one of the best. And the environment and the atmosphere there is really great. The environment is clean and everyone chat in a lower voice, so it's a great place to dine. And as for the location of it is Banqiao, Taipei Main Station, or Xinyi. They have those great positions in Taipei, so it's easy to approach. And the fourth, the service is friendly. When I went there, those service is really friendly to me. They will ask what I need and they will gently give out their meals, and they will serve really, their service is really good, I think. And as for the cons, the price is relative higher for me because I'm a student, and the meal there is about $300, and if we add the pancakes, it will be about $500 per person. So it's a relative higher price for students or for some of those just who just go working. And there's too many people. If we did not get our reservation there, we will need to wait for about 1 or 2 hours there, so it's really for a long time. And the staff might not be enough, just as which I've mentioned, their staff is really friendly, but I think their staff is not enough because they need to run around all the time and they need to try to figure out who needs help, so their staff may be just 3 or 4 in it, but the people in there might be 100, so the staff might not be enough. As for the cons, the fourth one, if we don't make a appointment, I will need to wait for a long time. It's just the same as the too many people line. And I've concluded some of the overall comments for Woosa. And the advantage of them is that their environment is really friendly for kids. For example, they have wooden floor, which will be environmental friendly for kids because when they fall down, they will not hurt themselves. And it's a good choice for gathering. Someone said that it's a good choice for gathering. And I took my friends there and I took my family there, and they all of them like this Woosa. So as for their food and for their meal, they have lots of different kind of choices, which makes them one of the best restaurant in Taipei, I think. And as the same as in my opinion, pancakes have different flavors and they are really good. And for the third one, they have some special kinds of food. For example, I think they have some drinks and beverage. It's really their innovation for the restaurant, and their service is well. Everyone says that their service is well. And let's look at some of the disadvantage of that restaurant. The first one is that they need to wait for too long. Just as I've mentioned, there's not enough staff for them. And two, there are too many people. Yes, it's really crowded there and we need to wait if we did not make an appointment or a reservation. And some of the meals are too small. For me, some of the meals may not be enough because I eat quite a lot. And one of the main problems for this Xindian store, we can find out that this store did not get a high score, and I found out some of the reasons from the comments. The reservation system sucks, which leads to people cannot make a reservation, so they need to wait for a long time, which is not good for them. And some attitude of their staff is bad. I did not went there, so I don't know if it is true or not, but the comment said that. and someone waited for 2 hours, but the meal is still raw, so they can give a 1 star to a comment. I think that is reasonable, but as the restaurant are now recruiting people, it's hard for them. So I think there are more and more students working in restaurant, and they will get this kind of mistake, which is really a bad mistakes. And the fourth one, someone said that the staff are busy with the reservation phone calls, which will ignore the needs of them. A woman said that it comes to weekend, the staff are not enough. Yes, that is the problem for all of their stores. And a man claims that he thinks the food is really nice, but it needs luck to eat in the store. Someone may get to wait for a long time. Yeah, that's a key point. And that's the disadvantage of this Xindian store, and I think I know why they get a lower score. So how to face this kind of problem? First, I think the main problem of this store is the quality of staff. Many people complain about the staff ignore them or staff did not do their work. This issue must be solved. No matter how good your foods are, it will also be the staff who will give to the clients. The better the staff are, the reputation, the better. I think they have two ways to solve this situation. The first way is to establish a system to train those staff. For example, Starbucks will train their staff for about 3 months, and then they can really serve those customers. So they will make sure that their clients, then their staff is able to serve their clients. And the other way is to pay a higher for the staff. The workers for the restaurant are harder and harder to find, so the quality ones are even harder too. The higher payments will truly be easier for them to find those high quality ones, because as you pay more, there are more people willing to do this job, and then you can get more choices from them, and you may get a better quality staff from it, and that's my theory. And as for what I've learned in this class, I think I learned a lot from this class. From the beginning, we start to talk about how places and how promotions and how all kinds of things affects the choice of our tourism. And I've got my tourist license of both tourist license and the leader license for English version. And I think I would like to be one of the tourist guide in the future, maybe. And I would like to use my English skill to lead those foreigners to discover the beauty of Taiwan. And I like to travel a lot. I travel around Taiwan about 10 times a year, and I like to go to all kinds of places, especially those islands beside Taiwan, for example, Lanyu, Lüdao, Guisandao, all of them I've been to, and I think Taiwan is a great place for tourism, so I will try to lead people from other country if they come to visit my country. And I think I learned a lot of skills in this class, and that also encouraged me to be one of the guide in the near future. And I enjoy this class really much. And that's it for my sharing. Thank you, Professor.